Hello, World Tank Blitzers. It's Littlefinger. Happy December 17th. And yes, time for another store review. First, I wanted to thank you so much, guys. Last week, I made you a challenge to get 35 subscribers on the store review video. You guys knocked out 80 new subscribers. Wanted to thank each and every one of you. I gave away the Fury. A little bit of a challenge as Blitz took away the gifting option in the store, but we made it work. Unfortunately, as you go through the store this week with me, you'll see there's nothing really worthy of gifting at the moment. So I'm going to give it a week off and we'll check it out next week. And I'm hoping that I can restore that challenge for you guys. You can see we have the winter holiday garage in the town here with all of these bright lights. Super cool. And of course, we've got the snow globe event, 22 days on this, and then the auction, 7 days left on the first set of tanks. Now, I'm going to go into detail in separate videos on both of these, but you can see here I have the PZS-35 pulled up. As I mentioned earlier in the week, this tank is given to you for free, and yes, if you want to, you can sell it for 1200 gold, which I have just done. The other thing that you may have mentioned and already started or seen and started and completed is the avatar. I think this is going to be a special avatar. Here, the crouching avatar, you can exchange that, yes, for 1,000 gold. So you're going to get over 2,000 gold here just for the holidays and wargaming being super nice for us. So here is the PZS-35, your gift for free. And just go in here and claim it, and the tank will be back in your garage. So you can play a few games with it, and then you can sell it if you want to capture that gold. Moving on, we've got the Battle Pass halfway through the month already. May or may not be the right time now to buy the Battle Pass because you've missed out on that 10 times bonus that the Battle Pass, what I'm trying to explain here is when you buy the battle pass, you get one extra mission that gives you 10 whatever these are, and it's basically it's an extra level a day by having the battle pass. So you've missed out on right now 16 days of that. So you can still get the AMX Miss tank, which has been super fun. Basically the AMX 12T, but with 7 degrees of gun depression versus, I can't remember, 3 or 4 on the AMX, and it makes a world of difference. Been a super fun tank for me to play. Anyway, you saw earlier in the week I purchased 12 lockbox keys for 20 bucks, and we opened those up and ended up getting the AMX out of it, and I was an idiot because I just went ahead and cashed in the certificates, and it only gave me credits because I already had the tank. So I should have gone to the tank first and sold it, kind of like I just did there with the PZS-35, and then cashed in my certificate. Anyway, my bad. Missed out on a little bit of gold there. We'll talk about all of the tanks when we get down to the tank section. Moving on to resources. Again, nothing really jumps out at me. Don't want to be spending gold for credits and boosters, really. That's just a bad idea. So I do tend to look at the resource kits that give you gold and gold boosters. And when I do my math on these, I usually figure out that a gold booster is worth about 15 gold. And that basically assumes that you're winning 50% of your battles at tier 10. So you might need to drop that down a little bit, if you don't play tier 10 or if you don't win 50% of your battles at tier 10. So that would be an additional 3,500 gold here added to this. And it works out to be about 420 gold per dollar, which is not a horrible deal, so long as you haven't cashed in. And we can go to it real quick. We've talked about this every week, it seems like. And you see I have purchased some of these So right now for me, the military budget is 37,500 because I cashed in this and used the 2 times bonus on it. So 37 or 375 gold per dollar there. But I still have this one, which is 54 divided by 75. So we're sitting at a much higher gold per dollar amount. So I still have a few of these that have the 2 times on them. So make sure you cash those out first if you're looking to get something that's going to get you gold in return. So that's going to drop us down here. Again, not really looking at spending gold for free XP, but that might come into play here a little bit later as we look at the Christmas event. 6,000 gold for 20 bucks there, and then 7 days of premium. That's only 300 gold per dollar. So these just don't work out, guys. I would recommend passing on them. So now let's talk about the more important section, the tanks, right? We'll look at them individually. The IS-2 Berlin. I really enjoy this tank. It's a tier 7 Soviet heavy tank. The gun, surprisingly for me on this tank versus just the IS-2, seems to be a little bit more accurate. I don't know why. They basically have the same statistics, but with this tank, you get some great mobility for a heavy tank, but it trolls you a little bit because the gun is not very accurate and you can miss quite a few shots with it. Is it worth 4,000 gold? Well, I guess that really depends how often you play tier 7. I like it. But I'm not sure if I would spend 4,000 gold on it. T3485 for 3,000 gold seems to be a better price per dollar. For me, I do like the medium playstyle better. However, I'm going to throw this out there. If you got the Ox in the Battle Pass, basically the very same statistics as this tank, 200 average damage, which for a tier 6 medium tank is quite high. P43 is a tech tree tank that might not do as much damage per shot, but has a higher damage per minute value that you can get in the tech tree. Tier 6 is just overloaded with tanks now that we have all of these battle pass tanks in. So again, I really wouldn't spend 3,000 gold right now on this tank unless you're a collector looking to get it. We do have, looks like, a couple days left on the Emile 1951. Again, we talked about this before. Tank has got more mobility and higher pen than the tech tree variant, but less armor. Can be good, as it allows you to be a little bit more flexible on the battlefield. You've got a long auto reloading tank here, which we love the auto loaders because they can do out a lot of damage real quick. But again, when you're caught in that real long reload, you've got to find somewhere you can hide. So on the fence about that being for sale right now for $20. And keep in mind, guys, we've got the auction and we've got the holiday Christmas event going on. 2 days left on the T4585 Bravery. I have struggled with this tank, even though I love mediums. I'm not exactly sure why. Statistically, I have not done very well in this tank for $7. Again, so I would pass on it. I love the Fury. I love the mobility of this tank, the traverse of this tank, the gun on this tank. 30 days of premium time, $7. This is why I gave it away last week, because I think it's such a great deal. And it's an iconic tank, obviously, from the movie. Chinukai, 10,000 gold. You've got to be kidding. Just don't. Tier 5 tank does not move well for a medium tank. The reload is pretty poor on it. Yeah, it makes money, or credits, but is that really worth it if you've got a tank that you just don't want to play? We talked about the VK 1601. I'm sorry, 16801. I was thinking about the VK 100. 5,000 gold is obviously a good price for a tier 8 heavy tank. It does teach you how to angle this, as leading you up to playing, say, the mouse or something. Because if you can turn the turret away when you're reloading, you're going to get a lot of tanks bouncing you. If you can wiggle the front, so this is really the only place that's pennable for a lot of tanks. If you can learn to wiggle that, you'll get a lot of bounces too. So I like it from the perspective that you can learn to play the mouse on this tank. But again, Tech Tree VK100, very much similar play style, just different locations of the turret, right? Churchill, this is an enticing offer for 1,500. Essentially, you're getting the tank for 500 gold, because I believe 7 days of premium time is 1,000 gold. If you like slow, heavy tanks, then this might be the tank for you. It's not one of my favorites, but I think the price is definitely right. Only 19 hours left on that. PZ38H, 2 hours left on it. Let's just check. You can sell it for 750 gold for $2. So even the gold exchange on that's not great. Does get preferential matchmaking, I believe. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong tank here. It is tier 2. I would stay away from it. We've already talked about the gold. Make sure you're coming in here and opening up your boxes, your free containers here. Not going to talk about the bat chat. We talked about it last time. I just don't see, I mean, maybe people are buying these camo containers, but I just don't see spending gold for camo. And then I did say that I would talk briefly about this box, just because of all of the tanks that are in it. I ended up getting the AMX straight up, so I didn't even have the chance to sell it first, so I got 3 million gold out of it. And then I got the certificate for 100 certificates for the AMX as well right here. And I got the AMX 1357 as well, but that did not, even though I sold the tank, well, the tank sells in the garage, in your garage, for credits only. So I was shooting for the AMX CDC, or CDA, I should call it. But I did not get it. So hopefully it's going to be in the auction, and it's definitely in the snow globes. But while I did spend upwards of $25 to get keys for that, I did end up getting 3 tanks out of it. So again, that's luck. Your luck might not be as good as mine. So that is the store right now. I will be doing a video on the auction and the snow globe event, and I'll be spending a lot of this 7 million free XP to open up containers. So hopefully you'll ride along with me for that event. And of course, guys, if you aren't subbed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And of course, don't get fingered. Get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger